All right, we are back. Just waiting here just a couple more seconds, and we should be ready to go. There's 9 players in the server, just waiting on the last one to join up, and then LO3 will be initiated real quickly after that. All these players in here warming up. As we said, we'll see. It's an early morning match, so to speak, 10 a.m., so we'll see how that affects the play here early on, if it's going to be any sort of sluggishness, or if every team's going to come out here strong in the early rounds and just kind of start off where they left off last night.
Yeah, I think a lot of them have been able to play and kind of warm up for a pretty good amount of time as we're looking at Team VeryGames over there, still getting warmed up here. They are actually all inside of the server. We're about to switch over here, too, in just a second to catch that match between them and the ESC Icy Box. As you see a little bit of a crowd building up there behind them. As they are, of course, poised to really try to work to this upper bracket and possibly play against NIP in the upper bracket finals if they can pass ESC Icy Box. Of course, NIP will be playing Curse over on ESC_Blue. That's the other upper bracket matchup to determine what our upper bracket final will be later on today.
Right.
So.
And you know, NIP just had a dominant performance yesterday, so we'll see how they fare against Cursed, a team that should be a little bit higher, a little bit better than that Denial Esports team that they played yesterday. So Cursed hopefully going to try to put up a bigger fight than they did. I think that NIP won 16-4, 16-5, something like that on both their maps. So just a real dominant performance, kind of a stroll in the park for them. We'll see. I imagine this matchup is going to be a little bit harder for them. We'll see how it fares out. They have not played Curse, I don't think, on LAN.
They've scrimmed each other during the Copenhagen Games period, and I know that Curse didn't do so hot, and there's scrims against NIP during that Copenhagen time frame, but they haven't ever played each other internationally. No, not for an actual match.
Yeah. So that's what we'll see. Winner of this one playing up the winner of that one as we get in here, but all 10 players are in the server, so we should be going live here in just a few minutes. They're getting ready to ready up. I'm seeing a dot readies coming across the board.
That is indeed true. Now, coming into this event, VeryGames did have a win at Mad Catz Birmingham. They also took a 4th place finish at EMS1, so their LAN results recently are not too bad. Of course, they took, I believe, 3rd or 4th place at Copenhagen Games as well. So they've always been kind of top 5 at every LAN they've attended. They did win that Mad Catz Birmingham event, going on the same time as Star Series, where NIP lost to Virtus Pro, of course. So they had the better international results as of late, but ESC Icy Box coming into this event looking to try to prove themselves after having some rough results recently themselves. So this should be a good chance for them to make a statement here today.
Right on. Well, it looks like LO3 has been initiated. We'll see how ESC wants to play this first round as VeryGames on that CT side based on the selection of ESC to be T side first on Dust 2.
That's correct. As we take a look over there, it's going to be Lord, Pasha, Neo, Taz, and Cuban on the T side for ESC Icy Box. For VeryGames to be Existence, MBK, Kenny S, Smiths, and Scream. As we see some aggressive CT setup here from VeryGames. Smiths already pressed up long A. He's going to be meeting up a T here and T spawn. And fall back there, though. Lord able to get that pick onto Kenny S at long A, so it is an even 4-on-4 situation at this point. Neo coming back, able to pick up the aggression from Smiths over there at mid, so ESC Icy Box taking a slight edge here early on in this first pistol round, which is crucial to set the tone. Existence coming long A. He's going to get a pick there onto Lord, so he evens it back up to a 3-on-3. It's very back and forth. Let's see where the terrorists want to go now. Looks like we do see Neo trying to work up Cat. The bomb is actually back towards mid. Being a little bit passive. Neo gets that pick on Existence. That should go ahead and prompt ESC to bring that bomb to that A-bomb site. MBK and Scream, the last 2 members left for VeryGames, are going to be looking to try to retake Pasha. We'll get that bomb planted. Neo backing him up there on the A-ramp. We do see MBK trying to make his way up. Catwalk with the P250. Spots out all 3 players on the site. Receives some nade damage and is forced to fall back for now. Scream's going to catch up with him. They're both going to play from the catwalk. It looks like MBK is having a little bit of indecision here about what he wants to do. Looks like they are just going to go ahead and take Cat together here as soon as that smoke dissipates. And here they come. MBK looking for a kill there on the side, but he will not get it. Scream gets 1, but Cuban will put Scream down. And so the first round will go to ESC Icy Box. That's a great way for them to start out the half.
Well, it looked like their early aggression from Kenny S. and Smith there, it looked like they were going to push through up into that T-spawn. I thought both of them were going to take that, and that was going to work out really well from them. They were able to get up a frag or 2 doing that, but instead they split up, send 1 towards long and 1 towards the T-spawn, and both of them end up dropping early, and that really caused a bit of a problem later in the round as ESC took that long A, got up there, got the plant, and then just held it off with a smoke, eating up time as NBK and Scream were trying to retake.
Yeah, that was really good play by ESC. Very smart. They got the picks and they went where they wanted, and then just held really, really well and delayed that retake for very long. As we do see ESC Icebox, of course, buying up some guns here. Got the AKs and the SMGs on lock. Lord going to be carrying the bomb for now. We see Smith trying to get a little bit aggressive here on Cat. See if he can see what is going on here from ESC Icebox. So there are 3 players gathered up at mid spot, 1 on that Xbox, trying to trade some fire here, but will get taken down by Taz in the end. We have a couple of Terrors working their way up long as well. We see Pasha in an exchange here with Kenny S. Kenny S will get the better of him, but in the meantime, Lord has taken down a couple more members, and now Kenny S is your LMS for VeryGames as he's spotting up a couple on Cat. The bomb looks like it's might get taken over here to B, but it won't matter. Taz will finish off Kenny S there and just kind of following that pistol round pattern for now with the score of 2-0 in favor of that ESC IC box.
Yeah, not a whole lot VeryGames could do there. ESC just kind of split up and work the one-on-ones that they got, or the one-on-threes, and that, for that matter, 3-on-1s, whatever you want to call them, as they were on Cat. So as they pushed up to Cat, Smith there, I believe, was the one sitting on Cat, unable to do a whole lot to hold him off with just his pistol. But we'll see now, obviously going to be another save from VeryGames, so not expecting a whole lot on that front. So we'll expect to see a 3-0 lead from ESC at the end of this round.
Yeah, definitely, unless VeryGames can pull off some crazy eco victory, which I wouldn't put it past them. But ESC looking very comfortable so far this morning. So they will certainly have a tough time trying to break them on this eco round, as Lord will go ahead and get first blood onto Scream very early in the round. That'll give ESC already a good lead here in the half, as it looks like they're just being a little bit slow and cautious about this. A couple towards mid, couple towards B tunnels. In the end, it looks like they probably will go B. We see Cuban bringing that bomb up the lower tunnels to meet it with the rest of his team. Pasha holding down mid by himself. Kenny S to solo CT over towards the B-bomb site here inside the window. He spots out a couple, so he's going to make that call and try to hold them off as best he can with this P250, but he will not last for long. Taz will take him down, and ESC will go ahead and press into that B-bomb site and get the plant. We see MBK here on the rotation. Pasha cuts him off at the entrance of lower B, which just leaves existence here alone, and gets popped there by Pasha as well. So yeah, ESC just a comfortable, well-played pistol rounds. They win all 3 of them. But here comes the first buy round, and here is where things start to get a bit more interesting.
Yep, so expect to see Kenny S with that op already. Going to have to hop over to him and see where he's going with it. I imagine it's toward that mid area, maybe the B area. I'm not sure quite where he plays with that op on this map, but it does look like he is going to try to peek onto Cat with it and then hop up and just play support in the mid area.
Yeah, we do see Kenny S here with the AWP, the common operator for VeryGames, and he will be testing mid. He's looking over the smoke, trying to see if he can spot anybody Cat, but ESC is mostly at B tunnels here, and Neo and Cuban kind of sitting back at long, as Lord is going to be trying to pop some nades on the catwalk. We do see one rifler. It's going to be Smiths getting up close on the doors as they are trying to gear up for a possible B split defense. Of course, right now we're not sure what ESC wants to do, but it looks like they are kind of gearing up towards B. Neo on Cat, Taz at lower, Lord and Pasha in the upper tunnels with the bomb, which is kind of a telltale sign that they might go there unless Neo can possibly get some picks on the catwalk to change their mind. Looks like they are gathering up quite a bit at the doorway, so Smith's in a good position here. You're just going to have to fire first and not get flashed and try to put this to rest, as he will get that first pick onto Taz. That's going to slow things down a little bit here. Scream and Kenny S also chiming in. So ESC IC Box certainly having a rough time here in this first gun round. They've lost 3 members very quickly. Only Scream has taken damage and not much of it. Cuban will get the pick on the Smiths, but MBK is right there to trade, which now puts Pasha alone with just 20 seconds left on the clock, 1 versus 4. And I think that he would do well here just to hold on to this big green for another day, because clutching this round would certainly not be an easy feat, as he's going to get chased here, though. Gets a nice pick onto Kenny S, but he still has 1 more CT aggressing him.
Such a tough stage situation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time left on the clock. 20 seconds is huge, and being the only one left, and they spotted him out. So they were going to bear down on him, and there's no way he was going to get out of there alive, I don't think, unless he pulled off some crazy shots. So with that, they drop all those guns. We look at the scoreboard, and they are going to be able to buy up still. So they're not in any issue right now because they did have those 3 wins on the pistol round, so able to buy up here. VeryGames obviously continuing to have their guns, although they had some players drop, and it looks like there's some prime masses and stuff out there for them.
Yeah, so this is going to be a tough round here for the CTs, as Smith does have a FAMAS, and ESC will be fully bought out. Now, the momentum does kind of favor VeryGames after kind of breaking it on that first gun round, but with them having a little bit less firepower, so to speak, that might come back to hurt them just a little bit. We do see Kenny S kind of shifting over here towards B with the op, trying to see if he can spot anybody in the tunnels, as we'll take a look at the map overview to see what is going down here. We see Cuban with the bomb in lower B tunnels with Lord, Pasha over towards mid, Neo on the catwalk. So they could really go anywhere at this point, but they seem to be slowly approaching mid, and Scream will be here with the AK, and he will draw blood there, taking down Neo, pushes the VeryGames team a little bit further ahead here. They are now up 5-4 in the player count. Smoke's coming up here from ESC Icy Box over at mid, blocking off CT spawn. Scream, though, still here with the rifle, posted up, holding off any type of aggression at the doors as Taz is in the area. Does lots of damage to Scream. Scream down to just 19 health, and the Terrors are pressing into B, but Scream able to come around and rotate, get the shot, and takes out Taz. That is the Scream we are definitely used to seeing there. Getting a nice 3K round for himself and allowing VeryGames to close the gap even further now. 3-2 is the score.
Yeah, not only some great shots there from Scream, but great situational awareness. He was able to go ahead, know the guys were in mid, get the picks and damage done needed there, and then rotate up and help in the B bomb site as ESC was trying to do that mid B split that you see so often from teams. Scream just playing his positioning perfectly, able to get a frag up into the B bomb site as well down into the guy that pushed him late out mid.
As indeed correct. Now, of course, the ESC Icy Box are going to be on an eco this round after losing the last two. So this does give VeryGames a very good chance to tie up the game here early on, as Scream and Smith have already landed some blows here for the VeryGames team. Just Neo, Taz, and Cuban remain, and Neo and Taz are at some very low health. Yeah, so Scream almost getting another frag through that spam. Like I said, Neo just down to just 19 health. Taz at 30, Cuban with the full 100. But Scream posted up here with the rifle once again. Gets a nice shot there onto Taz on the catwalk, but misses his shot there onto Neo, so Neo will kind of escape over towards B tunnels for now. Smith still catching a frag of his own. It's all up to Neo, last man standing here with the bomb in B tunnels, and he seems to just be kind of, you know, chilling at this pole. It's a nice pole.
Yep, well, he's kind of reserved himself with his pistol, just kind of, all right, not going to be able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, he got in a little bit of a one-on-one skirmish there with Kenny S inside the B-bomb site, and he will fall to him. So it will be an even score now, 3-3. We can take a look at the scoreboard here. Sid Scream is, in fact, top fragging for VeryGames so far here in the half. ESC Icy Box, everybody pretty close together on their frag counts. As this has been a very back-and-forth half. I mean, all three pistol rounds go to ESC, but so far, all the gun rounds have gone over to the VeryGames side. Now, VeryGames struggled against Team Dynamic yesterday on D-Dust 2. This is the map that Dynamic was able to beat them on. I think it was like 16-7. So they had a rough time on this map yesterday. They're definitely looking for some redemption here against ESC Icy Box, and so far they've done a great job on these gun rounds to close the gap early, not allowed too big of a lead to build up. So this is the moment for a team to break ahead once again. So we'll see how it happens, as we do see ESC really challenging Cat here, and Smith's doing a great job with the M4, picks off a pair there. And so that's 2 down for ESC Icy Box. Pasha trying to even it back up. He will get a pick onto Kenny S, but the advantage is still for VeryGames, though the Opper is down, so that does help out a little bit for ESC Icy Box, as Lord does have the bomb here. Pasha and Lord on the catwalk. Just waiting to see if they can get any more picks. Cuban is going to be going towards long A, so it looks like they will be splitting this A site in just a moment. About 42 seconds left on the clock here as we see MBK posted up at long. Smith at mid, Scream at B solo. Existence on the A platform for support either way. We do see MBK make his way towards pit. Existence will get a pick on the site, and 2 picks from Existence there. Nice headshots from him. Cuban last man standing, 1 versus 3. He did get a pick there onto MBK, trying to challenge Existence on the A platform long. He also spots one over towards Cat, but Existence with a good round for himself. I believe that was 3 frags for him that round. Great job there by him on the defense at the A bomb site.
Yes, sir. Well, ESC just not able to put anything together there. They kind of spread out. They got dropped early, and that put them at a big disadvantage early on, and then trying to split up and take that A bomb site. Existence holding down the plat. NBK did get dropped at long by Cuban, but like you said, Existence playing very strong, playing the boxes, and again, another great situational awareness play there by him as ESC now is on another eco, I believe.
Yeah, and they're trying to challenge long A very quickly here, and NBK and Kenny S are shutting it down here. Existence also going to come over and do some damage. Cuban will get one pick and picks up an AK. And Neo actually challenging Existence. Oh, does he pull out the knife inside the smoke? He whisks the knife, and Existence able to recover and get the frag. A little bit of a comedic moment there. And VeryGames will hold on to the round, but ESC was able to drop a couple of guns on their eco, so not a complete failure. Almost got a knife kill out of it, which would actually have done a substantial amount of economic damage, but Existence was able to like fade away, do the bob and weave maneuver, get a frag out of it, and a VeryGames stays ahead 5-3.
Right, well, Neo using those smokes there to his advantage, kind of snuck by. We saw him just pass by those 2 CTs at the long A, and then I thought that was a really good position. We've seen it a few times, those smokes being so hard to see through. You can kind of sit in them and get some frags, surprise frags. Neo unable to collect, though, as he went for the knife after whipping a couple shots with his pistol onto that CT at long A. So now we're going to see ESC is going to split up here. They're going to work something, maybe a cap push or a strong mid push, as they have a huge presence over that direction.
Yeah, so this is an even gun round here, so this is each team's chance to try to do something. ESC wants to try to tie this thing back up. VeryGames wants to extend their lead. Trying to see how the T's want to attack. Looks like they have 4 players on catwalk, including the bomb carrier, which is going to be Taz Lord, long A. See Existence with an op this time. Him and Kenny S will be doing a double op setup here. Not very uncommon on DDoS 2. You usually see 1 op setups, but I've seen the 2 op on DDoS 2 a few times as well. That's like all 5 players on catwalk for ESC. So it looks like they're going to try to explode A with these smokes and flashes. Existence trying to spam the out through the smoke, but unable to pick up anything there, as he will actually go towards pit instead, not wanting to challenge anymore. Smith's going to get a pair of frags here. That's 3 frags for Smith. Scream picking up 1 as well. So VeryGames just doing work here. Cuban trying to fight back as best as he can, but he's stuck alone on the catwalk in a 1 versus 3. He does get a pick onto Scream. He has the bomb in hand, but he only has 9 seconds left. And Smith is going to be on the flank from Xbox, but Cuban is kind of waiting for that. He's going to hide over here by the stairwell, let the clock fade away. 6-3 will be your score. Cuban is going to try to save, but not going to happen. A 4K round for Smith prevents the save there from Cuban. So good job here from VeryGames. They're really starting to hit their stride and extend their lead.
Right.
6 rounds in a row.
Well, Existence there with that op got pushed back in the long A, unable to hold the catwalk from where he was at. He tried to get up doing some flashes and whatnot to push up into that plat goose area, but unable to get up there. But it was a very good rotate from VG as Smith came, rotated, as well as Scream, I believe. But Smith's pulling down plenty of those frags, getting 4K, as you said, and holding off that cat push.
Yeah, this will be still a buy round for ESC. They do still have some AKs in hand, so they're definitely still going to put up a fight here. We do see NBK at long A picks up 1. Existence with the op, going to do some support. 2 ops for Existence there on the catwalk. So ESC shut down. Cuban doesn't have any kind of gun, but he's able to take down NBK with the 250, but Kenny S will rotate and put him down. So the score is now 7-3 in favor of VeryGames. They're starting to build quite the lead, so ESC needs to be careful here. They are going to be on an eco this round, but they certainly want to try to fight back soon. Or no, actually they will force. They get some AKs and a Galil, so they're going to make a play for broke this round. As you can see, they literally have almost nothing left. If they were to lose this round, they might be in a double eco type situation.
Well, with their bonus money, if they're to lose this one, they should only have to save 1, if at all. It depends how much of that bonus money comes into play. But with that said, they are in a tough spot. You have to wonder, are they starting to doubt the decision to go T-side first? I don't think you really can. They expected to be strong here, but so far unable to put anything up against VeryGames once the guns got out.
That's an important thing to know. This is what ESC wanted. They wanted this map first. They wanted T-side first, and so far they are not using their picks to their advantage. They're getting shut down by VeryGames. I guess maybe they felt that VeryGames was vulnerable on this map with their performance against Dynamic yesterday, and they were trying to play to that. But VeryGames showing, no, we are not vulnerable today. We are going to play hard and give you a good run. And so far they are vastly ahead. We saw Existence just getting a pick there onto Pasha at Catwalk. It's a 3 versus 2. Makes it a 3 versus 1 after Smith got himself a frag there. So Cuban all alone, 1 versus 3 here on the Catwalk with the AK in hand. Smith's going to take him down with the op. So everybody from VeryGames getting an op frag in today, as it is now 8-3.
Yeah, it's they currently have 3 ops on their back. I guess either miscommunication, they picked up an extra one, or they just decided to go that route. But 3 ops on the back of VeryGames, very odd to see that and go. I think that's,
yeah.
I mean, but if you get them, you know, it saves you money to have them on your backs in case one of them is to drop. You can go ahead and rotate it over, and you still have the op of Smith getting the early pick there in this round. So again, the tide has been shifted early in this round to VG.
Yeah, not used to seeing 3 ops, but VeryGames are using it good here as they just got another pick. In fact, Kenny and Smith continuing to get picks with these ops as we see the bomb is actually down in lower B. Kenny S will be trying to hold off here with his op. He's going to get another pick there onto Cuban and get, nope, he misses that shot, but pulls out the 250 and gets that snap 1-click headshot there. So great job by Kenny S. As the lead now is 9-3. ESC will be able to buy this round. Pasha will be sporting the op this time around. So this is kind of ESC's last chance to have to really try to close the gap as they are starting to fall very far behind. They certainly need this one here, Holden.
Right. Well, you know, I think they would feel comfortable if they got a couple more under their belt. It's going to be a really tough CT side if they don't end up with any more than 3, just because VG right now seem to be playing very well. They are warmed up, no sluggishness on them. I mentioned earlier, early morning, time change, all that not seeming to affect VG as they are playing very strong
but
right
they
now.
played aggressive at B and kind of got shut down by Taz and Lord. So MBK going to be having to play a little bit of a retake here. Neo getting the pick on the Smiths as well. So MBK and Kenny Ash, your last 2 players remaining. MBK coming in through the window, does get the kill there onto Taz. Spots one on the platform, but Lord will be the victor there. So Kenny S, last man standing with the op in CT spawn. He has gotten spotted out by Neo. He wants to just try to save this as he's trying to get away, but they are going to chase him. He gets the kill there onto Neo. He spots Lord as well as Lord jumping over the box. I think he may have legged him, but Lord gets on the box and gets the kill, so no save for VeryGames. ESC really needed to win that round, and they did. The score is now 9-4, and they have a pretty decent chance of making this as close as possible, but I'm sure VeryGames will have something to say about it.
Yep, good job there at the end, though, getting that gun out of Kenny S.'s hand, not letting him keep that op. He kind of doomed himself. He whiffed one early on in that mid area as he was trying to just kind of peek and see if he could get a guy slouching, exiting it. And Pasha gets an early pick on mid, I believe, with that op. So, again, early frag here for ESC, and now they're trying to gain a little bit of momentum and end up maybe with a 9-6 half if they can win this out. But Smith answers back, and they are already in this B-bomb site.
Yeah, they are in B. Smith's getting some nice op frags from the window, but Lord has finally been able to take down the rifler and Scream, and does take down Smiths as well. So Lord doing a great job for ESC IC Box. The 2 versus 2. He's going to smoke off that B door. This should go ahead and prompt the B plant. Lord will go ahead and play for tunnels. We do see Existence and MBK. Going to be trying to make the retake here. Smokes coming from Existence to block off the tunnels. Lots of flashes being traded over the wall as well. MBK tries to pop through the window, but Lord will put him down. Lord doing a great job this round. It's up to Existence, 1 versus 2. He picks up an AK, going to get the kill on Lord, 1 versus 1. This round's going to be huge. The clock is ticking on the bomb. Existence must move fast if he wants to try to clutch this round. He does have a kit. He fakes defuse. Pasha peeks. Existence to get the kill, but he won't have the time to defuse. Great job there from ESC to delay long enough to get themselves yet another win, making the score 9-5. This game is certainly a fairly close one.
Yep, Existence playing a little late on that bomb timer. He was kind of hoping that he'd make that shot on the first peak as the ESC member peeked out tunnels, unable to land the shot, and then had to chase, and then that caused him to not have quite enough time to be able to get a defuse in. So as we said, ESC trying to mount this a little bit of a turnaround and get back to a 9-6 score going in the second half, which could be a pretty good sign for them if they're finally warming up, getting the momentum going into the CT side.
Yeah, definitely. As you can, share your thoughts about what you're seeing at the LAN. Just use that hashtag ESEA LAN. We would appreciate that. Spread the word about such a great event we're having here this weekend. As we do see Pasha going down early for ESC. So VeryGames starting to fight back here. We see 3 players from ESC gathered up in lower B tunnels. Kenny S trying to work the op picks here at mid. Going to miss a shot and then get smoked off. As he's going to make his way actually over there towards B. Trying to watch that. Of course, no one really over there yet. We see Existence and MBK Going to be playing A. Smith is going to be the main man to watch here as he's going to be guarding Cat, and there's a huge presence from ESC Icy Box on this catwalk. Let's see if Smith can do well here. No, Cuban will put him down. Existence will be the next line of defense for this catwalk aggression from ESC Icy Box. But they may not actually go A. We're kind of waiting to see what they want to do here. They're just kind of waiting it out. Gathering up on Cat, though, are the 4 remaining players of ESC. Flash is coming over, and here they come. Neo spots out one at long, takes down Scream. Existence still inside the site in the smoke. Lots of flashes coming up here. Existence able to pick up one from inside the site. Is still kind of hiding it out in the smoke. Finally gets spotted by Taz and taken down. MBK left here at long with the M4, trying to do something. He got one, but in the end, unable to capitalize. And so we do see VeryGames win the half 9-6. That was certainly a very close half. You know, we had ESC Icy Box win all 3 pistol rounds to get an early 3-0 lead. However, VeryGames was able to win 6 rounds in a row after that to take the lead. And then right there at the end, we kind of saw them trade round for round, and that's why you saw that final score of the half being 9-6.
Oh, right. As I said, ESC able to put something together there at the end. It looked a little dire early on. You know, it was 9-3 or whatever it happened to be, not looking particularly good for them, but able to turn around and get those last 3 rounds and make it a 9-6 score, much more manageable there. Again, I do want to remind you guys, go ahead and share your thoughts on Twitter with us, hashtag ESEA LAN. We are posting up those tweets out onto the stream, so you might be able to see your face out there. If you got your avatar, got your face, you might be on the stream. So you be seen by thousands of people, so share your thoughts. Also, like us on Facebook and do all those things. We'll have plenty of giveaways all weekend long, all day today, and through the finals tomorrow. So stay tuned to all of that goodness. We are just waiting for the second half to start up.
That is right. We're just waiting for the second half to start up. So, yeah, definitely just use that hashtag ESEA LAN, and we'll put you up on the stream. Also, make sure you check out ESCA Net on Facebook and Twitter and give us a follow there, as we will be, like we said, giving away lots of prizes this weekend. You can also check out our personal Twitters if you'd like, as we're pulling up the poll results on that BenQ question we were talking about earlier. In 120 hertz refresh rate, still commandingly in the lead, not very surprising. Of course, the Black Equalizer is a pretty cool, unique feature to the BenQ, but everybody loves the 120 hertz, and that is what is probably most important to everyone. So no surprise there, but keep those votes coming in, as that is a live feed of how the vote is going.
Yep, and remember, all weekend long, there is a contest going on. At the end of the LAN, you could win that BenQ monitor, get sent to you free of charge, have one of those 120 hertz monitors in your hand. But as we are ready to go, this second half, LO3 has been initiated. ESC now going to see if they can hold off the VeryGames T side.
Absolutely right. VeryGames does have the lead, so ESC Icy Box wants to see if they can try to close the gap and tie it back up. And do not want to allow VeryGames to get a 12-6 lead. That would be very hard to come back from. We do see VeryGames being very meticulous about this, just kind of see what they can find. Scream clears out the B tunnels. He has a couple of teammates just kind of spot mid. MBK testing the waters over there at long, and Kenny S is holding the bomb back here until VeryGames makes a decision on what they would like to do. MBK spots really nothing up close at long A, so we do see Existence and Kenny S kind of gathering up over there. As we see CTs trying to make their way up here. Smoke coming down on the double doors. Still no kills have been exchanged just yet, but as soon as I say that, Scream does pick up one on Cat, but Neo shutting him down with his P2000, getting the pair. Neo with a third frag with the P2000, looking for more, as he's doing a great job on the defense so far in this round. Taz is going to take out one. Kenny S fires right back. Neo with a chance for a 4K here, if he could just take out Kenny S, and he will. What a great round there from Neo. 4 huge frags to really set ESC in motion to tie this game up if they can just keep that pattern alive.
Yes, sir. Well, VeryGames getting a couple of their players, getting a pick early there, but unable to do a whole lot as they executed on the Cat. As you said, Neo just playing so strong, playing back behind those stairs, getting a couple frags, and then rotating up, getting that crazy shot as the guy was jumping into Goose and finally picking up the last frag of the round to pick it up for them. So if they continue to win here, it looks like a lot of flashes coming out of long, but it might be a bit of a fake, as I only see one actual player going that way. They are pushing up mid, though.
Yeah, so, of course, actually, ESC Icy Box buying up as well as VeryGames, or MBK just picked up Famas, but Neo and Pasha just make quick work of it there at their M4 and Famas, so just kind of keeping that pattern to what we're used to seeing.
And
So,
Neo
no
getting
rush
3 frags that round as well, so
Uh-huh.
still playing very strong up at that catwalk. They did push him again, and again, he did quite well to hold that off. So, looking at it, VG not going to be able to buy this round. They're going to just go ahead and keep their pistols and go on and move on to the next round to see what they can do with that. They're going to do a quick B work, it looks like, and maybe just try to get a plant out of this.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. Looks like they actually aren't going to be gearing up towards lower tunnels, though. Smith, Kenny S, and Existence, and Scream all coming lower tunnels. Looks like they might try to push up mid, and Pasha's going to be right here with the FAMAS, going to take out one there, so that is Smith's down. Pasha trying to dodge some flashes here. He's tied up against the corner of the doors, but Taz able to come through on catwalk. MBK with one pistol frag there. He took Lord down to just 2 HP, but unable to finish it off. Cuban will take him down with the FAMAS. And so all the pistol rounds do go to ESC Oxy Box. We have a tie game at 9-all. Certainly a very close game here between VeryGames and ESC ISC Box. It could go either way. This could be the first gun round of the second half. This will be each team's opportunity to make a bid for a map 1 victory.
Well, it's all of a sudden a whole completely different game, now just 12 rounds to see who can go ahead and come out on top. Obviously, no half switch in these 12 rounds, but essentially a brand new game as they've evened it back up. And ooh, Kenny S getting the off shot on the guy, trying to run lower, I believe.
Yeah, and Existence and Smith also get fragged, so they're looking for a team ace here. As everyone so far has gotten a piece of ESC IC Box. Of course, ESC didn't really upgrade. Cuban still has the FAMAS, so they're trying to play economical, but they're kind of paying for it here as the rifles of VeryGames as well as the op of Kenny S are doing some good work here. We do see Cuban trying to sneak up mid, but gets caught there by Smith from the lower B tunnel. So Lord, last man standing with an M4 here in front of the double doors, trying to see if he could do any type of damage here, as he's just kind of sitting up on the door. Lots of T's posted right there by the door as well. We have Existence by the Xbox. Lord going for the nade there, gonna do some damage, but it won't matter, as Kenny's will put it to the dome, through the door, and give VeryGames the lead back.
Yep, well, they got that early pick, and then 2 more quickly right after that with some aggression from ESC. They were up in mid, got those picks early, gave them a clear advantage, and at that point ESC was in a bit of a conundrum trying to figure out, okay, where do we need to try to hold? Too many places to look, and they pushed up through the smoke in mid, and of course Existence and Smith were still sitting there waiting for him. So with that said, it looks like ESC is going to do maybe a nade stack or something here at long, but VeryGames is not going that direction. They have spread out across the map again and putting a little bit of pressure up on the catwalk.
Yeah, Existence going to be the first man to act here, and he will get a nice headshot pick onto Neo, but he also takes a lot of damage. He's down to 7, so he's going to have to be real careful here as he does spot just the tip of Pasha's head, who is trying to challenge him there at cat. Bomb is going to be coming up behind Existence here on that catwalk. But it looks like they might be thinking about backing things up here. Existence will pick up the bomb and start to fall back to middle, so we might see a we're going to see a mid to B split. Here it comes to smoke off on CT spawn. Here comes the push from VeryGames on middle. Taz is going to be outside to try to hold this off here, as he does receive lots of damage already. MBK will just go ahead and take him out through the box. So now Cuban, the solo defense left. He's going to be able to turn around and take out MBK at the window. He's looking towards tunnels. He spots a terrace over towards plat. It's going to be Scream. We'll put him down, and VeryGames begins to get inside this B bomb site here and get this bomb planted. And Lord and Pasha are actually just going to go ahead and escape long A and save their M4s for next round. And this allows VeryGames to slowly extend their lead. And at this point, they are going to be at an 11-9 score. So good play here from VeryGames on the T side. Some great opening picks by Existence at cat. And then just a really great push on mid towards B with that smoke on CT spawn to cover their tracks. And they were able to get the picks.
Yep. Well, I was a little worried there that they were going to try to push through and take that. It wasn't a terrible situation, a 4-on-2 with a couple guys low on VG. I thought they were going to push through that CT spawn, but Existence was sitting there waiting for him if they had gone and tried to do that, so they probably would have gotten dropped really early. But instead, oh goodness, they're going to be able to save their guns maybe. Yep, Lord just getting dinked through the door. I'm surprised they didn't hear that dink and just try to spam it down, because he had next to no health after that, but he's able to keep his gun. So 2 guns on their backs. The rest of the team, though, is going to have to save. They do not have the... Oh, wait, no. They do... Yeah, they do not have the money to buy up. Excuse me. So just 2 rifles. They're going to have to try to do some work with those early on if they want a chance to win this round. Maybe drop a couple guys and pick up some guns. But VeryGames, knowing they have 2 rifles on their back, probably not going to get too aggressive or push the issue anywhere. They're just going to play their normal setup, even though they know how few guys are probably playing with pistols. And they already dropped 1 gun, though.
Yeah, that's good. So Taz and Lord now both have guns. Lord with an AK, Taz with the M4. So This is good. They actually have 3 guns, as Pasha also has himself an M4 that he saved. So actually, CTs could make a good push here, but as soon as I say that, Existence able to get a pick at mid, and they have full control of the B side of the map. Existence coming back around, catches Cuban at middle as well. So he does lots of damage to ESC.
So you're going to save these rifles again, I believe.
Yeah, Lord and Taz is going to go ahead and back up. Lord may try to get an exit, as he's going to be kind of sitting at the lower B tunnels, but go back over to T-spawn. And so VeryGames will once again extend that lead now 12-9. The problem is, you know, at least, I mean, ESC is doing damage. They're able to save and keep guns. They're able to keep, you know, at least having that equal firepower to VeryGames. But at some point here, very, very soon in the foreseeable future, saving like this every round is certainly not going to get them anywhere. They're really going to have to find something on the defensive side. They haven't had much luck fending off VeryGames' attack when they've had guns, so they need to figure that out here soon, or they might be finding themselves down a map in this set.
Right, well they are, you know, they're not dropping a whole lot of the VG players on these ecos, and a lot of them are dying, and then they're just saving a couple guns here or there. But they are able to buy up, obviously, after that round because they had the 2 guns, and the rest of the people had enough money, or teammates had enough money to buy them guns, so they are fully bought up here. I'm not sure if I did see an op on anyone's back or not. I'm not sure if Pasha had one. Yes, he does. So we'll see what he can do with that. Over here playing, where is he? He's playing catwalk with that op. He misses a shot, though, and drops down.
Yes, this will be another even gun round, and in fact, Pasha is finally going to have an op on this DT side. We haven't seen them with it very often, as they've been forced to kind of rifle or save the majority of this half. As Pasha will get the opening pick onto Existence at Cat. Existence have been doing lots of damage from Catwalk, and finally Pasha able to put him down before he could do any this round. 4-on-4 situation here early on in the round, just under a minute left. Kenny S has the bomb and an op. He's going to be working up Cat as well, trying to see if he could possibly challenge Pasha. He does spot one on the A ramp here as they're kind of weaving back and forth. They're going to trade some shots, but no one is going to land it. Pasha getting aggressive here, trying to press as he is actually going to fall. In the meantime, MBK taking control of B, and Smith's getting that final frag there onto Taz. So, VeryGames extending the lead once again at 13-9.
And now ESC is going to have to save again with that, so it's going to put VG up 14-9, assuming nothing crazy happens. I don't know if they're going to put any money into this at all. Pasha and Taz having a little bit to maybe spend, but no, just some nades, so full save as you'd expect. So again, we'd expect this one to go in favor of VG, and all of a sudden it just puts VG 2 rounds away from picking up this first map.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling quite ahead here, so ESC is going to want to be careful after this eco round. They're going to have to play next to perfect after they save this one, as we do see Smith and Scream working their way into B. Smith does spot out Cuban, but misses the shot there. As it looks like Kenny and Existence actually trying to take it up Cat. Smith takes a little bit of damage there, but nothing too major as Taz is getting up on top of these boxes. Gets a good angle on Scream to start out with, but gets spotted in the meantime. MBK has gotten a couple of picks over towards A. I think that's where the bomb actually going to try to go. As Taz and Neo do get some picks, and yeah, Kenny has the bomb over towards A, so this is where it's going to be at here. He's going to pop the smoke on the platform and begin to plant Cuban. Going to challenge MBK at long. Kenny decides to get off the plant for a moment to try to help out, but then goes back into the smoke to plant here. It's Cuban and Neo versus MBK and Smith, and Cuban does get Kenny S down, so now it's an even 2 versus 2. As they're derping a little bit, but they are going to go ahead and get that boost up onto the platform. MBK goes down. Cuban looking to maybe get an eco victory. Oh, Cuban with those pistol frags. Wow.
Playing that just perfectly, able to spam up in the smoke right where the guy was planting, gets the plant down, and all of a sudden now you're guarding the bomb, and you have the advantage as the CTs. And with that eco round, able to pick it up, and I guess I should put my foot in my mouth. We haven't really seen a whole lot of eco victories. ESC able to pull one together there, and now all of a sudden they grab a little bit of momentum. That's huge. An eco victory can just change your complete morale of your team. We'll see if they're able to put a few more rounds together and make this an even closer match, as we are at a 13-10 score, a pretty close one as it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, we kind of talked about how they were going to have to save. It was going to be 14. Now they're going to have to play really tough. So they get to save, win a round, and they also get the full buy this time. So this is a really good situation for ESC. They had 2 ops this time around. But of course, VeryGames still fully decked out. 4 rifles and an op still on Kenny S. So it could still go either way. We do see Kenny S, Smith, and Existence once again really been challenging this cat almost every round. But Pasha gonna get the pick there onto Kenny S very quickly. Smith's there though for the immediate trade. So back to a 4-on-4. There's still a lot of members sitting on the catwalk. Neo trying to hold him off with some nice counter flashes, and he has slowed down the push, that is for sure. A Scream, Existence, and Smith still kind of stuck on Cat. MBK trying to come late at long, so it will be an A hit here. Neo doing the best he can to hold it off, but is going to get forced back into CT spawns. His teammate there, Lord, pushed up, trying to wait for any potential long flank from MBK, which has happened quite often. And he will take out MBK, so it'll be just 3 VeryGames members left to hold the A site. They do have that bomb planted, though. Taz and Neo are going to be trying to retake from CT spawn with Cuban while they have 1 player at long. So they're going to go for this retake here. Scream going to be able to take out 1. Taz makes the trade. Existence with 1. Taz makes a trade yet again. Taz comes in to get on the defuse. He's going to stick it. Smith's going to have to 1v2 clutch. He does take down Cuban, and he takes down Taz. Great play there from Smith. He had a rough day yesterday, as we discussed, statistically speaking. But today he's certainly getting the frags when it counts. As, yeah, Cuban was a pistol round hero earlier. But that round, VeryGames able to kind of put a quick end to any type of morale momentum that ESC may have gathered from that great eco victory, as they are now up 14-10.
Well, ESC put together, a pretty solid retake. Just on there at the last round, they had no idea where Smith was at. They really were not sure. He's able to come out and get the frag early on both the defender and the diffuser, and now they're taking quickly into B, 2 of them. But bomb is still sitting over in mid. I assume they're going to try to split up. No, they'll just go through tunnels and get that bomb into the B site and get the plant. And ESC has to be aware of this at this point. Maybe they're just going to try to hold on to 3 guns and force the tie.
You know, I don't know. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, see what their money situation is. Yeah, they don't really have much choice. A couple at $0, a couple at $100. So yeah, they do need these guns. So they're going to have to play for the tie, which is always a situation you don't want to find yourself in. Playing for a tie is a dice roll in itself. And in a situation like this, it's even tougher. As Pasha will get a pick there. He does take down 1, so he's dropping guns from VeryGames as he's continuing to try to make some picks here. Takes out Scream as well.
BG doesn't want to just keep giving up these kills to Pasha. There's no reason to drop all these guns.
They want to drop these guns because they know that ESC won't be able to buy next round if they can. But they will not really be able to.
Right, I understand why they're trying to drop the guns from that, but instead, now you're putting yourselves in a situation where you've dropped a little bit of money, but I guess with the win, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, they had plenty.
But they gave ESC that much more money now to buy with and going to be comfortable if they are to win here. Have plenty of money going on, maybe even if they lose, the game's over. So I guess it makes sense. It's just a little interesting to see them go, ow, and Taz gets dinked there from an AK, I believe.
Yeah, you usually don't take that much damage from a rifle through the doors, so certainly going to set Taz back a little bit here as he has a FAMAS, Neo with the FAMAS. Pasha does have an op. They have Lore with the fallen AK. And Cuban, I'm not sure if he has anything. I think he's just toting a pistol. So this is a tough bottom of the barrel.
Existence is going to find this out really quick because he's already pushed up and can't find a single person in A.
Yeah, I mean, they've challenged him a couple times with Pasha's op, but Pasha's going to be playing the car this time around, so Existence is going to be able to go ahead and kind of march up Cat for free, but is going to get forced to fall back for some nice counter flashes. So it looks like VeryGames might redirect the attack here onto mid, as Kenny S has gotten a pick onto Taz, and here they do have Existence going mid and a couple going B tunnels, so it is going to be a split here for VeryGames on B with the majority going into tunnels. Neo trying to come through CT spawn. Oh, but Kenny S takes out his own teammate, but I guess it won't matter, but it's all up to Pasha and Lord. As we do see MBK make his way into B tunnel. Smith does have the bomb there as well. Lord trying to challenge Lord B, but it's taken down, so it's up to just Pasha here. Can he save it for his team? Can he force another round, or will VeryGames take map 1 here, 16-10? We will see in just a moment as we see Pasha coming in through the window. Doesn't spot anything back. Platform goes towards the door. Throwing some span down. Gets a nice headshot there on the Kinneys. Gets a nice headshot there on the Smith. But in the end, MBK will anchor it down and save the round for his team. So we do see VeryGames taking map number 1, 16-10. As we do see VeryGames there looking happy about that victory as they're going to talk it out and get ready for map number 2. Map number 2 will be Inferno, and VeryGames gets CT side first on that, so that's going to give them a huge advantage in trying to go ahead and win this set in just 2 maps. But we'll find that out in just a moment. Make sure you continue to check us out on Twitter and Facebook. To search ESEA Net on Facebook and Twitter. Use that hashtag ESEA LAN as you can get your tweets on the stream. But other than that, we're going to take just a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to have map 2 between ESC Icebox and VeryGames.
Q. Enjoyment matters.
Hey, welcome to another Behind the Play video. Today we're going to look solely at Virtus Pro's T-side pistol for Dust 2. So first, they throw a smoke in mid early round for a few reasons. One, it's going to help cut off any CT spotting catwalk from middle, and two, they're going to sell a small fake, but the teammates in the back of the rush flash up Goose and flash on A ramp. So a quick and simple fake into middle with a smoke decoy combo, quick cat take with the appropriate flashes, and Virtus Pro would take the site and win the round. Hey, welcome to another Behind the Play, where we're going to break down piece by piece Semphis' Glock round on DE Cache. So there are 3 to 4 decoys shooting fake Glock noises over in middle. Not only are the CTs in middle half blind, hearing gunshots, and unable to see through the smoke, they're much more importantly out of position to hold bomb site A. Semphis hits the first shot onto the defender on truck. Every single time that Semphis got a kill, it was because of his team's work to put pressure on the CTs either at the same exact time or at the same time from a different direction. Hey, we've got another Behind the Plays for you here. This one being slightly different to the other ones. Part of what I want to look at today is how a Nexus messed up against Fiflaurin, of course, while still highlighting what Fiflaurin did so well. So let's go ahead and take a look at his recent op round on Mill B2 if you haven't already seen it. At a quick glimpse, it looks like Fiflaurin's just on point with all of his shots, which he is, but there's more going on here. Early round, he pushes Spiral to cut off SA2 and to ensure that the Ts aren't fast rushing B without NIP at least knowing about it. The 1T in SA2 smokes off Fiflaurin's initial angle, but he's able to adjust so he can still see if Ts were to run by. He also nades down, and the reason for this is if the Ts were to rush here and he accidentally only legs one, it wouldn't help NIP stop the B take, so it's worth at least nading for the potential damage. While all of that faking and countering was happening over towards SA2, 4 of the Ts were going SA1 to middle quickly, but were completely slowed down and interrupted by NIP's smokes and flashes in mid. A defensive smoke is thrown first to cut the T's visibility, then a flash is thrown through the smoke to catch the T's off guard. It's always beneficial to throw your flashes through smoke because it's much harder for your opponents to detect the flash and to turn from it. So this leads to Fiflaurin's first shot, which is definitely part luck because it was through the smoke, but
Welcome back here. We're getting ready to go into the second map of VG versus ESC, but some sort of big news coming over from the other match going on, NIP versus Curse. We almost saw a North American team take down NIP, but in the end, went ahead and took that one 16-14 on Nuke there, but Curse putting up some big work, nearly taking it to overtime there. They were leading all the way up until the 29th round when NIP finally took the lead. So big news coming over from that match. Some pretty crazy things going on, but we are here live in this one. LO3 is gone, and we are starting up already.
Yeah, so the first map did go to VeryGames. It was decently close. I think the final score was 16-10, so it was a pretty close game, but we are here on Inferno. VeryGames does get the CT side. This is what they wanted. They won CT side first on Inferno, as we see Cuban getting that initial pick there onto existence as they're continuing to kind of put pressure on Banana, but they're actually falling off of Banana with a couple of players. Not quite sure what they want to do just yet. Bomb is dropped. Cuban, Taz, and Lord kind of sitting in the back mid. Pasha still keeping a presence over there towards Banana. Smith is going to make the rotate to help out his teammate Scream and Banana. MBK and Kenny's will be over towards A, so a 2-2 setup here for VeryGames.
Looks like they are going to execute here on mid.
Yep, Kenny's does spot one at mid and is going to go ahead and fall back into the sights, as it looks like they are actually faking this, and they will be going Banana, and Scream's there by himself. So this is going to be a tough one here. Scream's going to have to try to do some damage here from the new box. He does pop some shots, does get a nice shot there onto Cuban and gets the bomb down, but does fall to Taz. So now Smith, Kenny, S, and Smith and MBK will have to rotate here. 3 players left. It's a 3-on-3. We see Smith here coming through construction, challenging Lord back there, doing a little bit of damage back and forth, but Lord will get the kill. Kenny S right back at him though, so 2-on-2. MBK coming in from main, Kenny S coming in from construction. MBK gets one, but gets taken down. It's now a 1v1 Taz versus Kenny S. Taz does have the health advantage here, and he gets the headshot onto Kenny S. Great job by Taz to win that first round. It's important to note that that ESC had wanted T-side first on DDoS 2 in the veto process, and they didn't really do much with it, and they wound up losing that map this round. This map, VeryGames wanted CT side first on Inferno, so they're going to want to use that to their advantage. And but ESC getting that first round does hurt a little bit.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I actually do think Terra's side is pretty fun on Inferno. It's a little bit easier than it has been in the past. You have some more protection at Banana, so you can get up there and do some different things and picks on that side if you lay the smokes out correctly. So ESC not necessarily on the completely poor side of this map, as Terra's can get somewhere up in the 6 to 7 rounds, and on this version of Inferno, CTs, if you give up 7 rounds, it's not the end of the world, because like I said, it's able to string some things together on the T side of Inferno here.
Yeah, of course we did see Scream and MBK actually buy up some Mag 7s. MBK is actually going to get the opening pick onto Neo with that Mag 7, so these are some dangerous eco weapons here. They have Scream with one over towards Banana, and he is going to try to do some work with it here. As Pasha comes up, he gets a nice headshot there onto Pasha, looking for Taz, but Taz will put him down with the AK. Lord also getting the pick. So it looks like the bomb will make its way inside of the B-bomb site, and we'll get playing here in just a moment. We do see Smiths on the rotate here with the P250. We're going to get a pick onto Kenny S, and Smith's going to get taken down by Cuban as well in the end. So they got a couple of frags out of those Mag 7s, but they did still lose the round. So I guess they were somewhat cost-effective.
Yeah, I mean, it ends up because they got a couple frags, it didn't hurt them because they were able to get that money back from it. So as long as you buy them and you get some frags, you're okay. But if they were to not get anything out of them, then it could be an interesting thought. But in any case, plenty of money all even across the board for them, so they'll be able to buy on the 4th round, no problem. As ESC has dropped the bomb, so they're just going to try to play it slow and figure out which is the right direction to go. As VeryGames has put a stack here on the B bomb site, so it could be a poor choice to go that way if you are ESC.
Yeah, we see Taz with the bomb here with Cuban and Pasha. 4 CTs over towards the B bomb site for VeryGames here. So we see some smokes going off at mid. Bomb carrier over there towards mid. We're watching this player inside the site. He does see a couple wrapping towards arch side. Going to go ahead and fall back, and the push will be arch side. Mid existence going to be coming through library here with the P2000. Going to be just hiding over here in the closet area. You see the Terrace trying to go into CT spawn, and existence going to come back here with the P2000, trying to get a surprise frag on Neo. He will get it. He spots out Taz over here towards the statue. They're going to exchange some fire here as they're bobbing back and forth between this pillar, but eventually it will be Existence who falls to Cuban. And so now it is Kenny S and MBK left with just some pistols. MBK over towards A. Kenny S inside construction. Kenny S goes down to Taz. MBK last man standing now for VeryGames, as he does hear Lord over here towards the archers going to CT spawn. So MBK going to creep up. But Lord's going to be right there with the Galil, and he's going to creep around and catch MBK. So the pistol rounds go completely to ESC IC Box, as they are now up 3-0. They need to win this bat to force the 3rd, which would be on Mill. However, if VeryGames were able to collect themselves on these gun rounds and win out, we might be done here. VeryGames may progress, but we're just waiting for it.
Right, and we do expect to see that. I mean, VeryGames did lose some pistol rounds to ESC on Dust 2, but able to turn around on the gun rounds, and we saw that, I believe it was on the Terrace side, that ESC, they won their pistol rounds and then dropped 9 in a row to VG before picking up a 4th round on their Terrace side.
And here they come, trying to attack Cap, but Scream and so far shut them down with a couple of M4 frags. We also see Existence here with that OP90. Got the smoke down, blocking off any more pushes here at Banana. So it has certainly been a slow down push for ESC. MBK also going to pick up one, so just 2 players left from ESC spots, Neo and Cuban. We're trying to see what they want to do here. Looks like we do see Neo trying to see if he can get something going at middle as he's slowly peeking the corners, trying to see if he can spot anybody out. He does spot Kenny S and takes him down, but he's down to 4 health himself, so going to be a tough one here for him to get anything else done. He's going to have to be pretty much perfect. As bomb carrier will be Cuban, and he is looking over towards Banana. Looks like they are just maybe going to try to save. I'm not really sure. We do see Neo working his way window into that boiler stairwell, and Cuban is going to meet back up with them. So it looks like they are going to take one last effort possibly at middle and see if they can just get another pick and try something out.
With that smoke, I thought they were hoping to maybe try to force the rotate and get a plant, maybe over in that B bomb site and just get the money from that. But no, I guess they're just going to save their guns, especially since Cuban threw that smoke there late, kind of giving away the position. Definitely just keeping the guns in their hands.
Yeah, they're falling all the way back to T-spawn, or at least Cuban is. Neo gonna get a pick actually on MBK, so that gets another gun down from VeryGames, and he gets away with his health. I would have thought Neo actually played more passes since he had such low health. But he was actually able to make a play and get a frag on MBK there right at the end.
Yeah, I guess, you know, he didn't want to just go hide in a corner, and he kind of knew they probably weren't sure where he was at, expected them to be kind of way back in T-spawn like Cuban was, so plays up close, able to get that frag, and now they're in a situation where they're going to have to, they are able to buy up because of the guns that they did drop and those sort of things and the wins they had under their belt. Cuban did have a bunch of money still too, so he's stacked up $6,000, just nades being bought by him because he was able to save that gun.
Right on, so we do see ESCA deck down here, Posh with the op, everybody else with AKs, so it looks like it's kind of a mixed buy for VeryGames, a Mag 7, a FAMAS, a P90. Smith does have an M4. So it's just kind of a broken buy situation for VeryGames, kind of a half buy. We do see Existence up at the car with the P90. It looks like most of the action is going to be taken over towards the A side of the map here, as we do see Pasha, Cuban, and Taz working up on mid. Pasha trying to cover their backs at Banana at the same time. As we see Lord, Taz, Cuban, and Neo gathered up, so we're going to see a fast mid attack in just a moment. It's going to be up to MBK and company to hold this off. But as soon as I say that, Caster's Curse, there's really no telling what they might do. They might actually try to go back towards Banana. Looks like they are starting to flash mid once again. We do see Kenny S here with the FAMAS trying to spam through the smoke and see what kills he might be able to get. Scream able to pick up one, but Taz right back at him. We do see MBK get inside the pit here. Kenny S continuing to get some kills with the FAMAS. He will pick up an AK out of it as well. So Cuban and Pasha, the last two men left. Bomb is down at middle, actually, and there's just 15 seconds left, so I think Pasha and Cuban are just going to try to save here, and this allows VeryGames to start closing that gap really quickly at the score of 3-2. This happened last match, too. ESC Icebox won the 3 pistol rounds, and then they lost the returning 3 gun rounds, and in fact, they lost 6 rounds in a row after winning the pistols. So hopefully they won't let that happen here again, but VeryGames has been doing well, and that was actually even kind of a half buy for them, so they did really well there.
Right, so looking across, obviously Cuban and Pasha having the money or having the gun, so they'll have a couple, and the rest of the team is going to go ahead and buy up what they can, which was AKs. So they are in a fairly good position here to be able to keep and try to take this one, but they will be in a save if they are to lose this round.
All right, let's get a look at that scoreboard to see how everybody's doing. Taz up top for ESC, Scream up top from VeryGames, but MBK not too far behind. We'll get a look at the map overview. We got Taz with the bomb over towards alt mid with Neo. Lord working those apartments. Pasha and Cuban towards mid. Just got Scream solo B. You're going to see that a lot. VeryGames tries to rotate extra A as quick as they can. And Kenny S getting a nice shot there onto Neo. She's going to actually get in a double pit setup with MBK. And I actually heard from the Dynamic guys that VeryGames really likes to stack the pit on T side and CT side. So we see that here right now with MBK and Kenny S sitting there. Pasha edging his way around with the op, misses the shot there on the Moto player. And we see them falling back mid actually towards Banana, but Pasha still staying posted up, trying to make a presence here with the op. He will take a decent bit of damage there, down to 59, but looks like it's going to be a Banana hit, so Scream is going to be the one that's going to have to look out here as he's going to be solo with the AK. He's going to have to either make a huge play or just try to hold construction. Looks like he is going to be posted up here with the AK, and here come the Terrors coming in. He is going to get some damage done onto Cuban, but immediately has to fall back. Nice pop flash there. Comes back around, spots one towards New Box. not able to land his shots, though. Pasha is going to take him down. The bomb will get planted. Existence with the P90 coming in. He will get one, but Lord immediately returns fire. It's a 3v3. VeryGames actually has a huge health advantage as we see Smith coming around through construction, able to take out Cuban. He's going to be coming through these spools here. MBK with one. Smith with one as well. Great retake there from VeryGames. They'll get the defuse. They made a great play, and they have tied up the game now at 3-all. So this is almost some deja vu, really, from DS2 just a moment ago.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to just say. ESC wins those first 3. Now they've lost 3 in a row, and they're forced into a save here. Actually, they could buy AKs if they really wanted to force the issue, but I think they'll probably save just because they wouldn't have a lot of armor if they were to go that route. Yes, they are going to do a save here, just buy up some nades, and next round they'll be able to buy. But yes, very reminiscent of this the last Dust 2 map, and we'll see if ESC is going to be able to put something together here with these pistols. Most likely, though, VeryGames will take the lead for the first time on this map, 4-3 after this round.
Yeah, unless ESC can pull some crazy eco maneuvers, they are probably going to be looking at being down around in just a moment. Looks like they are looking like they want to just gather up mid here in just a second. They're popping up lots of smokes and flashes. We do see Smith going ahead and making the peek. He gets one kill at Card. Good kill there. Looking for some more, but is going to get forced to fall back. Runs into his team as he tries to fall back. But that's fine. Scream and Kenny S there to cover for him. Smith reloads, comes back, takes down Taz. And so a quick eco round does go to VeryGames' favor as they are now up 4-3. So they're starting to use that veto pick that they wanted to their advantage now as they have stormed ahead. 4 rounds in a row for them. ESC better watch out.
Yes, sir. Well, with that, go ahead and hop over seat. Assume Pasha has that op in his hand. He's going to probably work over towards the banana like he has been when he had that. No, he does have an AK this time, so not able to pick up the op, I guess.
Ooh, we're going to see some close quarters combat here very quickly. But they have 3 players stacked for VeryGames. Look at MBK and Scream. They are lighting up the scoreboard right now. Getting some nice frags. That was a 3-person stack at Banana. I don't think ESC really expected them to have that much of a presence there early on in a gun round like that. And Kenny S will pick up one as well, forcing Neo by himself. And that was just kind of a little bit of a shock and awe strat there. You don't see 3 men stack Banana very often on CT side Banana.
Well, and that aggression from VG, not something you see from them a whole lot, and they just go ahead and push out down that banana into some smokes that were being thrown out, some flashes, and get the quick shutdown as ESC was trying to come up banana. Yeah,
Neo's just trying to save this AK as best he can. He's got 40 seconds left, though, but he's getting some kills. Took out Smith there with a nice headshot. And he does have the bomb, so I guess he could kind of go for it if he wanted to, but he's going to get shot in the back here by Kenny S, who was alt mid. So a good round there once again from VeryGames. So the score is now, I believe, 5-3. So yeah, if they could just win this gun round here, it'll be the exact same situation from last time. So
and ESC going to be able to buy up this round as well, but again, Pasha not going to have that op. He's just really not been able to get the angles. When he's had the op, they haven't yet pushed down on Banana, and then last round they had the AK, and they pushed down on Banana and took him out. So just poor timing for him, so unable to do a whole lot. And they're doing it again.
They're doing it again.
This round.
This aggressive Banana, and MBK is going to go ahead and make the peek down with the M4. Gets a nice shot there on the Cuban to start things off. There's 3 more terrorists over there towards T-stairs, kind of looking towards Banana. Lord has gotten a pick on Kenny S towards A, so we're going to go ahead and see MBK and Existence rotate while Scream holds on to that banana control that they have gained from that 3-stack aggression. So it's kind of like an initial 3-person, then they rotate 2 off once they get control of it, and that's a really good setup here. So we see Scream trying to hold banana by himself. There are going to be a couple members there in just a second. Going to trade some shots here with Pasha. Not really getting one. Finally gets a headshot through the smoke on the Pasha. And Smith will also take down Lord. So it's up to Taz and Neo here, 2 versus 3. They're going to start marching up mid, so we're going to see the action take place there. Neo working up with the bomb. Taz checking arch side. Now they're working arch side together. There will be 1 player at Moto. That's going to be NBK. He's in a peek this here. He receives a little bit of damage, but able to get back and fall into the site. So Neo will take this bomb. They're going to be wrapping around arch side, not deciding to go CT. Neo's going to try to smoke off pit here and then work his way into the site. He does spot Smith inside pit, but unable to get the kills. They're working their way in the site. MBK is going to be in the area there, and MBK will get both of them with the M4. So great job there once again for VeryGames. Exact same situation as last map, winning 6 rounds in a row after dropping the pistol rounds, and they are looking very dominant.
Yep, as you mentioned earlier in their round, it's one of the interesting things you see. A lot of teams will play that 3A, 2B setup and then play a quick rotator through arches over to B if the help is needed. But it's actually sort of reverse of that here, where VeryGames has been pushing 3 up to get the presence into banana, and they're doing it again here. Get the presence into banana, then one of them go ahead and fall back and play the rotate back to A, which is actually really smart. I like that. They get the nades out, and then NBK will run back. So a different take on the normal setup you see from a lot of teams on Inferno, but one that is quite effective.
Yeah, and Existence actually bought up at P90 for the chance at having some type of really close exchanges at banana. He'll hold it alone now at car with the P90, so this enables VeryGames to stack 4 players at A. This is that drop setup that we saw in Source sometimes that Juan used to do with his 3DNY team. Just being able to have the 4A is so good for CT side of Inferno. If you can control banana with just one, gives you a really good defense. And that's exactly what they have here. Good crossfires at mid. Scream, Smiths, all having this crossfire. And here they come. Smiths doing work with the M4 there through the smoke, taking out Taz and Neo. It's just Pasha, Lord, and Cuban left. MBK sneaking up, going to get the kill there onto Cuban. Trading there, he's going to peek mid, spots one mid, but Pasha will take him down, so it's a 2 versus 3. Pasha is going to pick up the bomb. Lord gets a pick on the Kenny S. All of a sudden, we got ourselves around here. It's a 2 versus 2, very, very close. Smith with low health by himself pretty much here at A, but he's able to get one, but falls to Pasha, so now 1 versus 1. Pasha has 24 health, going to get that bomb planted. This is a chance for them to try to close the gap here. His Existence only has a P90, but he has the health advantage. Pasha popping some flashes and actually running over towards our side. Existence working the port side mid. I think Pasha's going to be able to sneak up on him. Yeah, Existence has no idea. Pasha just says, oh, man, he has no idea. So he's going to come back around. He's going to follow him here with the AK in hand. I'm pretty sure Pasha's going to get a surprise kill here. Yeah, easy pickings for Pasha. Very nicely played. Very good position and angling. He's able to go ahead and close the gap before VeryGames can keep the lead going. 6-4.
Yeah, it was super smart. He could have jumped the gun there and tried to take the shot early, but a very, very smart play to go and hold back. I'm going to not let him see me. I'm going to walk up on him, make him play the bomb. As we said before, you get that bomb planted as a terrorist, it's like a brand new teammate. You just added another player to the field that you have to focus on as a CT. Pasha plays it perfectly, walks all the way around from the arch side over back to truck and gets the kill and the win for ESC, as they are going to try to even this back up here in a round or 2 if they can get another win under their belt.
Yeah, and this time we see this kind of a more traditional 2 banana setup for now, but once again, they're going to leave Scream by himself a lot. They kind of rely on Scream to be able to hold banana by himself. He's using the smoke to get aggressive there at car. He's actually going to go ahead and fall back towards the site. And we will actually get a little bit of a rotate here from Existence, who actually does have an op. So I guess Existence is going to anchor down banana with an op and allow Scream to rotate arch. So once again, VeryGames keeping that 4A CT setup that they have been using for the majority of the half after getting that early banana control. And it's only a matter of time before ESC starts to realize this, I think. And I think this might be that round, as they are starting to go ahead and transition towards banana. And Scream will once again get left alone to defend this by himself unless the rotate comes in here soon. It looks like it is kind of coming in. Scream going to play up close in the smoke here. ESC Icy Bosch probably going to wait for that to dissipate and then use their own flashes. And yeah, they're smoking off CT spawn. So Scream's about to get a lot of action here in just a second. He actually decides to go ahead and fall back and play in sandwich here. And here comes the push from the T's. Can Scream stay alive? No, Pasha comes in and takes him down. They have control of the B-bomb site now. Smith's trying to help out, but the smoke's going to block him. We have Existence, though, with the op inside construction. Smith's coming through, gets the pick on Lord. Existence goes down. Smith's now really the key player here for VeryGames in this retake. Kenny S and MBK will be on the way here soon, and they will try to retake this together, but they are at a man disadvantage. Smith angling around, spots out Taz, but Taz will put him down. It's up to Kenny S and MBK. Kenny S trying to see if he can get any kills, but no, Cuban will put him down, so MBK alone here and gets owned by Cuban. Cuban doing some great things with that, Khalil. And ESC now coming back, fighting hard. It's now 6-5. This game's starting to become very, very close.
Yep, just a good execution there by ESC. Scream there by himself. A little bit of help from CT Spawn, but the smoke off, and no one moved up through it from the VG side. They just kind of sat there and let them come through that smoke. Perfect flashes on the Scream. That's the only reason he wasn't able to get anything. There were some very, very well-thrown flashes that blinded him entirely in a sandwich there, and so unable to do anything about it. As we move on to this next round, ESC is going to be trying to even it up, and it looks like VG is on a bit of an eco. NBK has a Mag 7 in his hand, and that's about all they have for guns.
Yeah, these couple of rounds in a row that ESC has been able to string together has certainly kind of crippled VeryGames' economy, so they're having to eco this round. So that is certainly a sign that ESC is making some headway. Looks like they are going to be gathering up, and here comes a huge A push from ESC. Existence is going to be Arch here with the P250. He's going to have to do some work here as he's going to get smoked off and get forced to fall back to Library. As we do see them working up Arch side, they have a couple of CTs working inside the site here. Let's see Existence as he will peek out Neo, but unable to do anything. Taz and Neo getting some kills. Cuban going to go ahead and fall back and try to watch a banana push, but the bomb will get planted in A. Kenny S playing inside pit here with the 250. Spots out one on the balcony. That's going to be Taz who gets the kill, though, in the end. And now MBK stuck at logs with the Mag 7. Scream trying to rotate here through Library with the 250 and gets taken down by Neo immediately. So I'm not sure if MBK is just trying to get exit frags when he knows they're going to chase him, or if he's really trying to save the Mag 7.
I would think well, let's look at the money and see how it plays out.
They should be able to buy
have money next round.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just trying to keep that gun in his hand and catch some extra frags with it and get the bonus from it. But I would have thought he could push up and get that bonus money and not worry about having to drop it. But here he might just get taken out and not get any frags out of it. And yes, that's
he
exactly
was
what
trying
happens.
to get one frag out of it, but he gets flanked by Pasha before he can take Cuban out.
So with that, ESC moves in, ties it up, and now this match has gotten close and exciting as ESC able to string 3 rounds together. Now they kind of flip the story of what was going on that last match, or map, excuse me, as they let, I think, 9 rounds go before winning their first one on the T side. This time able to come back, even it up 6-6, and we've got 3 rounds left to see who can come out on top in this first half.
Here comes VeryGames once again with this 3-man pressure banana early, trying to get control of that, and they actually do get that smoke down. It kind of forces ESC to be very cautious about how they attack banana. Definitely, guys, I'm glad to hear that some of y'all are enjoying the LAN. If you are, definitely go ahead and tweet that out using that hashtag ESEA LAN so you can get your tweet featured on the stream. We, of course, appreciate all of you guys coming out to watch this weekend for such a great international event. Definitely follow up at ESCA Net on Twitter and Facebook, as well as the Twitch pages, so you can catch the rest of the action this weekend, as it's going to be a good one here, as this match is becoming such a good one. It's tied up at 6-all. ESC needs this map to force a map 3. VeryGames wants to put this one away in 2. They need to go ahead and come out now, as Smith will get the kill onto Neo early at mid. Looks like most of the action will be taking place at Banana here in just a moment. So we want to go ahead and get over there. So here comes take on Banana. Existence with the P90 up close, getting 1, getting 2, continuing to lay down mouse. 1 pulls it, picks up the pistol, tries to get more, but Lord will take him down, but that's fine. Scream is there to back him up with the M4 frag of his own. So now it's just Cuban left at tree, and Kenny's will go ahead and take him down. So great job there from Existence with those early P90 frags on what was kind of a mixed buy for VeryGames, as they will take the lead back now at a score of 7-6.
Yep, ESC just kind of laying it out slowly, trying to figure out what the right direction to take. They knew that VG put that early aggression in there onto Banana, but then most likely were able to fall off. That's exactly what happened, and so they tried to push in late onto the B bomb site, but with that Existence sitting around the corner, just wait for him to walk through that smoke and into his P90, gets those 2 early frags and kind of shut down anything ESC was trying to do as they took that site. But here again, aggression on Banana, and Existence taking down 2 early.
Yeah. Good picks there by Existence. Their 3-man stacks at Banana on CT side have worked very, very well against ESC so far. Lord able to get the pick on Kenny S towards A, so actually Smith is kind of playing it alone at the moment, and actually is rotating back over towards Banana. So they really have like nothing at A right now. They're all at B. I guess the bomb is probably down over in that area, which is why they're doing this, I guess. Not really sure. Lord is in graveyard of A. So they have pretty good control of that. They have recollected the bomb. They're going towards A. I'm not sure if VeryGames realizes there's already one over in pits, but now they do. They will exchange some fire here. We do see Smith and Lord kind of going back and forth. In the meantime, Cuban has picked up a couple at mid, but gets taken down there by Smith. Good play. It's all up to Lord now, 1 versus 2. He does pick up the bomb. He's going to plant in the default spot. Smith will be at Moto, and he'll have one challenging him from behind as well as he looks towards Moto, changing with Smith. But as he did that, Existence was able to use that to his advantage to sneak around truck side and tag him in the back. And so VeryGames will get that defused and get another round victory. So now the score is 8-6, and VeryGames starting to pull a little bit ahead.
So it looked like to me there that VeryGames expected ESC to do some of those fakes that they've been doing. They're putting a lot of pressure in one direction, mostly towards the A side, and then they kind of rotate back and try to take that banana. VeryGames go ahead and taking the chance of rotating back to B, realizing they're not there, rotating right back, and ESC had just taken too long to execute. They had the guy in the A site, knew there was nothing around. They should have executed immediately, but didn't do that and unable to get the site. They get the plant though, which gives them a little extra money and able to buy up this round because of it, but Galil's on their backs as it's the last round, they had to buy out. So a couple Galils, so the bomb plant was crucial to give them a little bit of a chance here on this final round.
Yeah, Smith's going to get the early pick there onto Lord, though, for the VeryGames side. So great job there. Take a look at the map overview to see what's going on. Looks like they want to kind of sit towards A. Neo and Cuban in the air with the bomb. Taz right up there as well, and Pasha. So no real presence at banana. As once again, VeryGames has gained control of it with that early aggression. And Smith's getting forced to back up here with the op towards our side. Here comes the press from the T's into mid. Smith's catching another one, though. Smith's catching another great flip shot.
Oh!
Scream catching one as well. And ESC is just getting shut down hard at mid with some great op frags from Smith, and Scream coming in with a couple of rifle frags of his own. So great job by VeryGames. They are now ahead in this half, 9-6, and we will be going into the second half in just a moment. I want to take a note of one thing. Yesterday when we saw VeryGames play against Team Dynamic, they were very keen on rushing truck side, mid, and apartments and getting pit control. They would stack like 2 or 3 of their terrorists in pit before they ever actually tried to execute the site and plant the bomb. Be on the lookout for this in this half. You're going to see VeryGames, when they do attack A, they're going to be looking for that pit. They want to get control of it. They know that's a great spot for GTs to use to hold that side of the map. They're going to take it, and then from there, they're going to slowly work their way into the site to get bomb plants. At least that's what we saw yesterday. So we'll see if they keep that same trend. They are up 9-6. They had the lead, so as long as they don't lose the pistol rounds again and allow ESC Icebox to tie it up 9-9, just like we saw last map, they should be in good shape.
Right. Well, I was a little surprised there we didn't see ESC kind of take advantage of the fact that VG was doing that 3-man stack. I think that was something they could have keyed on and realized that that was happening and going on, and tried to push up, maybe directly to Arch or something and take a quick mid, get some smokes out, and get their presence into the A side, but unable to take advantage of that. So here they are. Got 6 rounds, though, on T side. Still not a bad half. They can feel pretty comfortable with that, I think, as they go onto the CT side and see if they can turn it around. And hold off, as you said, VG having a lot of presence there towards the pit and truck side, get through. So we see if they try to do the same thing against ESC. See what direction they go here in the early pistol rounds.
Yeah, it looks like they're sending a lot alt mid, including the bomb. Once again, I'm going to tell you that it's probably going to be an apartments press to pit control. So it looks like we have some aggression from ESC at mid, which is going to play straight into VeryGames' hands in this situation, really. They're going to be able to take control of A without any trouble. And look at it. Here it comes. They are going to press apartments. They are going to get control of pits. And then they are going to press into the site here and get this bomb planted very soon. Screen control and pit now moving up into Graveyard. And wow, NBK. How many frags was that for him that round? I believe it was 4, and
yes,
it was. NBK just went off. ESC tried some type of counter. They tried to press middle with most of their CTs, but most of VeryGames went apartments and just kind of bypassed that mid-aggression and got a site for free practically and got the plant down, just held it really well.
Right. Well, it would have been really solid there for ESC to try to pick those up and put it back to an even situation again. And then we say, as I said on the last map, a brand new game from there. But dropping those pistol rounds is going to put them in a tough spot. VeryGames is going to be pretty easy for them, I think, to pick up 3 rounds once they've got full guns. But they've got some Galils and whatnot in their hands this round, some Bisons and stuff like that. So we'll see if they can put this win together. I'd expect so, as ESC's got those pistols out. Actually, we've got a Nova on the back of Taz, I believe.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can do anything with that.
So we almost saw a mirror image of last map, except for the fact that VeryGames does win the first pistol round on the CT side. So that's the one difference that we've seen between the two. As we do see ESC Taz here challenging one over at the apartment stairs. It looks like a couple are trying to work banana, but the bomb's kind of sitting back at mid. As Existence is actually going to get the CT spawn right construction. They have no idea about this. I think Existence might be able to get himself a little bit of a ninja frag here in just a moment, but I think someone caught on to it. Cuban able to hold off here with the pistol, but no, Existence sneaks through. Construction able to get one and pick. Cuban going to try to come in. They're right next to each other. Existence gets the kill once again with the Glock. They are going to get the bomb planted. Taz will rotate with the shotgun through CT spawn. Got that Nova in hand. Going to see Scream. Pointing some shots in, gets Existence down, continuing to try to unload some shots, but Scream will finally put him to rest there. So the score is 11-6. So VeryGames starting to edge out ahead pretty well here. So once the gun rounds do start next round, or the round after this one, I mean, ESC certainly going to have to play really tight if they want to try to force the third map.
Right, well, Taz getting that kill there at the end of that round, give him a little extra money to, even though he did end up dying in the long run, get the little extra money because of the kill. So with that, they are going to move in, have plenty of money for next round. Obviously full safe here, so we'll see VG try to work a, it looks like they're just kind of going to pick and see where the aggression is going to be from ESC as they're pushing up a little bit on Banana, but not too bad, and they'll probably fall off now with these. Oh, they're going to work these smokes to their advantage and see what they can do with them.
Yeah, Neo and Cuban are going to press Banana, so Kenny's might need to worry about that. As Cuban has made his way up. Oh my goodness, sneaks through, gets right up on Existence, but Existence still gets the headshot with the AK anyway. Neo going to try to challenge now. Existence has the AK fixed on Banana. Meanwhile, Taz has gotten a pick over at A. And man, the action's really taking place here at A. ESC doing a great job holding off these pushes from VeryGames. MBK forced back, actually. Existence is going to have to be the key player here if VeryGames wants to try to keep a victory, but the bomb is down at mid. He's going to have to work his way slowly over here to grab it as he's going to slow walk his way up. There are two members of ESC on either side. Existence will smoke off the left side. MBK trying to come balcony here in just a moment. He could actually run out as Existence is going to come up. He's going to take out one, picks up the bomb. Going to be able to make his way around, gets another kill onto Lord. Existence playing so strong here. Pasha inside the site. Existence hears the gunfire. He's going to be able to turn around, get that kill.
Wow.
Existence with the ace! Huge play there from Existence. Wow. I believe that was an ace for him. It was at least a 4K, but I'm pretty sure that was the ace, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was.
Was it?
Yeah, that was certainly an ace.
No,
that was an ace. He got the frag there at Banana early round, and then he got those all four at the end, picking up the ace to win the round. Existence completely turning around, and ESC has to be frustrated with that. That round should have been theirs. They should have broken the pistol round pattern, and instead Existence comes through huge and gets the win.
Existence saved VeryGames hide right there, as we would say in the South. He certainly brought it back. It got really scary for VeryGames for a moment after they lost quite a few players at A. But like you said, Existence held off the Banana aggression early, was able to rotate back around, pick up the bomb, kill the two players port side mid, get the bomb planted, and kill the remaining two CTs trying to retake. What an impressive play from Existence. I'm sure that will be a highlight clip we see later on this weekend after this LAN is over. As we will see what happens here in this first gun round. VeryGames with quite the lead if they could just keep it up. I'm sure that ace from Existence just a moment ago will certainly get their morale up and get them in high spirits here to close out this half, but not if ESC Icebox has anything to say about it. So far, we've seen a couple of trades back and forth. VeryGames has stacked apartments. Watch out for this pick control play I was speaking about earlier as Taz is inside the site. Kenny S and MBK in the balcony. A couple are going to be coming mid, so they are going to look to control that, I think. But Kenny S does actually fall back. MBK left there alone, but he gets the pick on Taz anyway. Smith on to Pasha. We do see MBK jumping in pit, but Cuban has done quite a bit of damage to him as he's going to go ahead and press the issue and try to take MBK down, but no, MBK is playing so strong. He's gotten a couple of frags himself this round, but look, it's a fake. Scream is planting the bomb at Banana the whole time. MBK was able to keep ESC busy at A long enough for them to sneak their way back down Banana and get a plant, and now Lord will be forced to save, and VeryGames will have quite the lead. They will be 7 rounds ahead with the score of 13-6. That is going to be so difficult for ESC to come back from. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and see the money situation for ESC. Man, they are going to have to go for broke next round, or they're going to have to eco and allow VeryGames to have possibly an easy 14th round win.
Right. We'll see how
we'll
see how the bonus money plays in that. I don't think they'll have enough to buy their, or if they do, they're going to be
somebody's going to buy a FAMAS or something.
Yeah, I mean
or they won't have nades or armor.
Right, and so we're looking at, we'll see. Lord has 3,300. So, and he has his gun, and they're not going to be able to buy unless they buy up SMGs. I imagine they're going to save up here and go ahead and let that 14th round go, unless Lord can do something early and maybe drop some guns. That's what they've got to hope for with that gun on his back.
Yeah, we can look at the frag counts here on the scoreboard as well while we are looking at it here. As you can see, Existence with that ace is right up there at 9-1. MBK not too far behind. He's played strong as well. He's 6-1. Let's get into this round. It is going to be an ego for ESC. We do see Neo trying to be aggressive here at Banana. He's going to spot out a lot of people by T-stairs, and Existence going to be pressing him up and take him down. We see Taz and company rotating, but Smith's able to pick up yet another one at Banana. Pasha does have the Mag 7 here. As Smiths and Existence will continue to work their way up. Smith's taking out Pasha there. Taz on the spools trying to hold it off, but Existence picks up his second frag of the round, so 2 each between Existence and Smiths, and then MBK picks up the final frag at Lord at A, so it is going to be a quick 14th round win for VeryGames. The score is 14-6. ESC will buy up this round, and this is really going to be the last round they're going to be able to full buy out guns and nades and armor and such if they are unable to win this round. So this round is very crucial. The chance for VeryGames to get game point situation, but it's a chance for ESC to maybe make a last stand, so to speak, in this map. They need to.
Right, so we'll see what they can put together here. They're going to go ahead and split up, do their normal setup. VG looking towards, they've dropped that bomb in alt mid, and Cuban has pushed down. And
good play by Cuban.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get another one.
Nah, Smith's able to stop it, but they did get the bomb there early. That's good, and Neo able to come around and get a kill as well. MBK, though, trying to cause some damage at A, but Lord will take him down. This is looking really good for ESC, and let's Scream and Kenny S can make some huge plays here. Scream's been kind of quiet this best of 3 set, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, he hasn't played bad, but he hasn't been really flashy. This is kind of his chance to do something huge for his team as Kenny S gets a nice flick shot onto Lord. It's now even at 2 versus 2. Scream moving his way up port side mid with the bomb. We got Taz inside the site here. It's kind of a 1v2 situation, really. The other CT is going to have to make a big rotation through CT spawn. So Taz trying to hold it down by himself, and we could actually see VeryGames potentially think about going back mid to Banana once they force a rotation. But it looks like they're not really getting the rotation they want. They smoke off arch side. They're gathering up here at arch side mid there. Looks like they want to go ahead and wrap over towards Moto. Pasha is going to be in CT spawn. Taz is, like I said, playing inside the site. Scream edging his way over to Library. Kenny S able to take down Pasha, and so they are going to go Banana and plant this bomb for a game point situation. Unless Taz can clutch here, he's going to be going Banana himself through mid with the knife out. He's trying to get there as fast as he can, but they will make it in. And Scream will make the plant here in just a moment. Kenny S will be playing in the back with the op. Scream will be going back towards Spools. So we're going to see Taz eat some nade damage already down to 54 HP. But remember, Kenny S has very low HP himself, so he's going to have to be very careful about this. Oh, wow. Own there. Kenny S making some huge op frags in the end. Even with low health, he's able to stay a factor in the round, able to make some huge shots, and able to prevent ESC from getting that win. And like we said before, because of that win, they really don't have very much money. As you can see, they have 3 FAMASas and 2 M4s. They do have a few nades. But yeah, this is looking like VeryGames might just put this away here in 2 maps.
Well, they went the route of buying those FAMASas so they get full armor against the AKs of VG, excuse me, but I'm not sure how much it's going to help as Cuban is pushing down here on Banana again, but gets dropped early. So we'll see how that affects the rest of this round.
Yeah, this is VeryGames' round to lose, really. I mean, they've gotten the opening pick, and they've done a great job. Unless they don't make, unless they just have to not make any mistakes, and they'll be fine. As we see Taz and Lord actually pretty aggressive on apartments, so a little bit of change of pace here from ESC Icebox. They've been very passive on their apartments defense lately, but they're playing aggressive here. But MBK gets one, but Taz and Pasha fighting right back. Taz coming through. Pasha doing some great work with this FAMAS. He grabs 2 in a row. So now Smith's in Existence will have to try to clutch here to put this map away on this round. ESC looking pretty strong, but they are smoking out Neo pretty heavily at Spools. He's forced to kind of edge his way around Fountain. He spots out Smith, does some great damage, but Smith still catches the frag, and he will get the bomb planted here in the default spot. Existence will be there to help him, as he will be watching CT spawn. Pasha sneaking his way through construction, though I'm not sure if they realized that Pasha had already made it there. He's going to be sneaking his way around here. Smith with low health over in the old generator area, 1 at Banana, and they are going to get the surprise frag on Smith. It's all up to Existence. Can he win it here? No. Taz is going to be able to get him, and the defuse will be made by Pasha, so they do at least prolong the half victory here. And they could actually use this to get some guns next round and put up a formidable defense. So this could be a chance at playing back for a tie in overtime.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll see what they can put together here. Obviously, VG going to have plenty of money to continue to buy it because they have so many rounds under their belt. So not an issue there. They can't feel uncomfortable the fact that ESC is going to try to, grab the momentum because they can't really steal it away until they get VG to a point where they have to save. So with that, VG, I assume we're going to see something very similar to what we've seen from them again. Yes, of course, the same two going up that alt mid. They're going to just kind of click, and Cuban and Neo, I believe, are both pushing down Banana. Neo's going to sit back at the car, but Cuban is going to play up with that P90, and we'll see what he can do with that.
Yeah, as Taz gets one pick, we see Cuban being aggressive from Banana with the P90, able to pick one as well. Taz with a second AK frag very early, so it's up to Kenny S. It's very quickly going against VeryGames, as ESC is trying to stage quite the comeback here. It's going to be a quick 15-8. They still would have to win 7 more rounds in a row, which is going to be tough. But they are, starting to put the pieces together for a comeback, and they stopped Kenny S from saving the op. So let's take a look at the scoreboard and see that money situation. It looks like VeryGames will still be able to buy.
They might be safe to buy for a couple rounds
if
they were to lose this one. So still, I think they got to drop. They got to. Yeah. So if ESC is to win this one as well, I think VeryGames will have one more round, be able to buy in them before they have to save. So again, still not an issue for VeryGames. So they're just going to try to win here and not have to worry about saving, as that would put the momentum really into ESC's favor, as Cuban still, or that was Neo this time, excuse me, playing that aggression there at Banana.
Yeah, pulling a page out of VeryGames, look, playing this aggressive Banana setup, but Smith makes him pay for it there in the end with the headshot frag onto Cuban, so it's back down to an even 4 versus 4. We do see them getting some nice nade damage on Neo. He's down to just 11 HP. If they were just to press him here, they would get Banana for sure. But MBK still trying to actually work mid a little bit here, and Scream and Smith and Kenny S are all just kind of sitting at the bottom of mid, still kind of waiting out and feeling out what they would like to do in this round. I feel like eventually they're going to go Banana, though, just based on the amount of damage they've been able to issue at that Banana side of the map. And in fact, that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to gather up Banana. Taz will make the rotate. But remember, Neo only has 11 health, so if he falls, VeryGames should have it. But Neo spraying through the smoke. It's a kill onto Smith, so that's going to be a huge frag. But he does go down to the nade of Kenny S. But Taz coming through construction, gets on top of the spools, gets the bomb down, which was Scream. He's down to 12 health, but he's done a little bit of damage here, and he got the bomb down, which is most important here. It's a 2 versus 3 in favor of ESC Icebox. MBK and Kenny S are going to have to play this perfectly here if they want to try to put this map away right here and now. They will go ahead and get the plant. No, never mind. Taz prevents the plant. Taz doing some great work here from construction up to Kenny S now with the op. Gets chased down in the end by Lord and gets put down. So ESC Icebox really trying to mount this comeback. So far, they've done a great job. The score is 15-9. They need to win 6 more in a row here to force the OT.
As we said, I think this should be one more buy from VG. No, they are. Yes, they are going to save here. They had a couple guys pretty low, so they didn't want to kind of force buy those AKs. So they're going to save up this one to be able to do a complete full buy next round. So ESC possibly able to push this to a 15-10, but obviously grabbing the momentum right now, which is possibly the bigger story. If they can grab this momentum and ride it all the way to a tie, that would be quite incredible, as VeryGames has been leading for a long time in this match.
That is for sure. So this gives ESC Icebox an opportunity to push this to a real quick 15-10. Start playing for that comeback like we talked about, but Scream does actually open up things with the frag onto Taz.
Oh,
but
that's
look
a good
at Lord,
nade.
Great nade, and a nice M4 headshot to follow it up. So he's certainly just shut down what momentum VeryGames did have in the round. But Scream has picked up an AK. He's got a kill onto Pasha just now. So all of a sudden it's back to an even 3-on-3, and Scream has a gun in his hands. This is actually a really dangerous round for ESC Icebox, as Cuban will take the AK down from Scream, though, so that was a great move there for him to even it back up. Kenny S, though, with the nade frag to pick up Cuban, so this is very back and forth, and Kenny S picks up the AK and gets a kill onto Lord, and all of a sudden, we might see the end of this best-of-3 set unless Neo can clutch this 1v2. Bomb up on Kenny S. He's going to make his way inside the A site here in just a moment to plant. He is going to go ahead and plant in the center of the site. No, never mind. They're just going to gun this out. Neo able to take existence down 1 versus 1. Kenny S needs to clutch to put this one away right here and now. Neo needs to win this to try to keep the comeback effort alive, as he will rush around Porsche side with the M4 out. Both have pretty decent health here. Bomb playing in default spot. Kenny S playing the boxes and gets the headshot frag there in the end. what a great eco victory to end the half there and to end the best-of-3 set, basically, as VeryGames will win the set in just 2 maps. We saw kind of a mirror image there. You know, on Dust 2, ESC Icebox able to win the first 3 pistol rounds, but then 6 rounds in a row won by VeryGames. We saw the exact same thing happen in Map 2, except VeryGames was actually able to win like 7 or 8 rounds in a row, basically, and just continue the momentum the whole time. So great job by VeryGames. They will move on to play against NIP because NIP did beat Curse. So it'll be VeryGames versus NIP in the upper bracket finals later on today. Let's take a look at the scoreboard for ESC Icebox. As we saw, everybody on there pretty much the same. We saw Lord, though, really kind of struggled, and Neo also kind of struggled there in that matchup.
Well, maybe a bigger point to look at there is Pasha, who was up at a 0.9 FPR going into this from last match. This today dropping all the way down to a 0.7. Again, this is overall at the LAN, so he went from a 0.9 overall from one best-of-3 down to a 0.7. So obviously, and he was up at a 90-something ADR, that dropping down into the 70s as well. And Taz, look at that, dropped down to below 70 for his ADR. So that's a big change in what he was able to do against VeryGames. So couple big players there dropping a little bit off for ESC, so making it a little bit difficult. But we'll go ahead and look at VeryGames as well and see where they're at now. And NBK still holding it down, dropped a little bit, but not too much. And we look across the board, and again, NBK is still really the standout there for VeryGames. No one else really moving up too much. Existence, though, with that ace that he had, moving up to an 83 ADR, so he has stepped it up quite a bit here in this second best-of-3 that they have played. And now they're going to move on to play the winner of that NIP game, which I believe was NIP taking it over Curse.
Right. So remember, just go ahead and make sure you follow us up over there on Twitter and Facebook. Just search ESEA Net on Facebook and Twitter. We're going to be doing contests all weekend long. Make sure when you're tweeting about this LAN, you use that hashtag ESEA LAN for a chance to get on stream and to go ahead and let everybody know about this wonderful event we're having this weekend. We're going to take a look at a highlight video from yesterday. Actually, it was nothing from Team Dynamic against VeryGames on DDoS 2. It was a great clip. So let's take a look at that real quick, and we'll be right back. As essentially what you're going to see in this clip is just a really sick retake from Jordan Gilbert. Let's actually take a look at this clip, and I'll kind of talk about it here. In this situation, VeryGames has complete control of B. Nothing really has to make a play here. This is actually the map that Team Dynamic did win against VeryGames, and here you see him come into the site. He gets Scream while he's blind. It's a nice shot on the platform. This makes a sick flick onto Kenny S at Tunnels. Look at this again. Nice shot on Plat.
So
ridiculous
nasty.
Flick shot on the Kenny S.
And that's the rifling that we see from Jordan Gilbert all the time. We saw it all season long, and I just watch it in amazement sometimes. It's just his rifling, the flicks that he does, that's what's so crazy, is his accuracy going from one player to the next. That's where he is so good, and that's what makes him such a dynamic player, able to retake there. And you'll be able to see Team Dynamic playing on the blue stream here in just a little bit. They'll be taking on Quanic, those two teams getting set up on those, and that'll happen right after the interview that's going on the blue stream with the winner of NIP. And we will be right back with after a quick break. We'll have the winner, VG. We'll get an interview over here talking to see how that map went for them and how they expect to fare against NIP in the upper bracket finals coming up in just a little while later today.